No, Marvel, we're not doing this again. You put on quite a show, really had me going. Now it's time to go. Curtains finally closing. The reign of X is nothing but another branding attempt by people who brand things all the time for no reason. I understand Dawn of X, I really do. It was a change. The mutants were living on Krakoa. And in the early beginnings of Dawn of X, there was a point where I actually thought each book was gonna work with the other. When Quanon is over here being mentioned in Excalibur, and they're talking Psylocke on Fallen Angels, where Professor X dies in one, and they act like he just died in one the very next week. I believe he died in X-Force. And that lasted until we wondered if Jean Grey could get his mind back. He got his mind back. And since then, really, these stories have been very different. Like they'll mention in one book about how the X-Men disbanded. The very next comic, Jean's crying, "To me, my X-Men." I don't think I have to be following all of the Dawn of X books to understand what's happening in the X-Men, in Hickman's X-Men. If I want that, I'm going to read Jonathan Hickman's X-Men, who is, 13, 14 issues deep into his run? And how many stories does he have in there? 9, maybe? And when I say stories, I mean, like, the Marauders really just holds 2 stories. The first 6-part arc and the second 6-part arc. But something about Hickman, he knows what he's doing, and he likes to break stories up into single issues. So who would have thought that a whole story could be told in a single comic? And I do like that. And I don't mind the giant-sized X-Men either. I'm going to stick with my Hickman, and I'm going to see the other books for what they are. I'm never going to be interested in X Factor. My favorite X Factor book was Chapter 4 of X Factor, which was really Chapter 2 of Ten of Swords. And now that X Factor is going to be released under the reign of X title, that means nothing to me. This is just branding. You know what? Marvel can do branding, and I can get behind it. Fresh start in 2018, thumbs up from Chillmonger. This is when they took away X-23 Wolverine, they got rid of Amadeus Cho Hulk, Riri Williams, Miles stuck, I guess. Everybody else, by Sam Wilson, and there's more, Thor, there was another one there. For the most part, we got back to the regular heroes. It was a fresh start. Since then, nothing from the past has really been built on too hard. That was a fresh start. That's a successful branding. This branding is like we've reached 12 issues. And the funny thing is, Dawn of X, if you look at this tweet here, ended already, and you can pause to read it all. Yet we still got the genius known as Jordan D. White, senior editor, the X-Men editor. We still got him trying to sell us on more Dawn of X books months later. This is a branding, and this is pathetic. And I see through it. It's not going to influence the way I pick up books. I'll read X-Force and Wolverine and books I'm interested in based on the artists, based on the writers, based on the story. Naming it Reign of X doesn't affect my buying in any, actually it negatively affects my buying because it tarnishes their credibility, the little that it did have. So short video here from Mr. Monger. If you want a long video, I got the video just for you. Here's me talking about the best episode of Mandalorian to ever happen. And if you like 1993 Royal Rumbles, then you'll remember the epic way I begin this video.
This is the greatest moment in my life.